This Gone with the Wind from 1939. So this is a long time ago. About that, this movie is actually really good. So this was it. Don't pour was long. Says it. Then I sent it. So you have to all sound.
We care if we were expelled from college, Scarlett. The war's gonna start any day.
War. This war talk's spoiling all the fun at every party this spring. I get so bored.
It's true.
Just once again, I'll go in the house and
Is
slam
it
the
that
door.
Wabato?
Scarlett, wait a minute, Scarlett, honey, please.
Okay. Just going away.
Warned you.
Barbecue, the Wilkses are giving over 12 Oaks. How about if we tell you a secret?
Secret Cuba.
Secret.
Well, you know Miss Melanie Hamilton? Ashley Wilkes' cousin, Ashley Wilkes, is gonna marry her. You know the Wilkses always marry their cousin. How do we get those Wilkses?
Anticipating her.
Ashley loves me.
Scarlett!
Where you going without your shovel and night air fixed to set in? And how come you didn't ask them going in before you catch your death of dampness?
No, I'm going to wait for Paul to come home from the Wilkses.
Come on in here!
Is Kazzy ringing a bell?
Time? Who says it's quitting time? Woman, I'm the one says when it's quitting time.
A bit chin.
There's none of the county can touch you and none of the state.
Proud of yourself, you are.
Your mother on me that I was jumping again.
Oh, Paul, you know I'm no tattletale. Paul, you jump what you please.
Barbecue tomorrow and talking nothing but
How
wall.
about pale-faced, mealy-mouthed Minnie, and I'll hate her.
Ashley Wilkes doesn't think so. What's your interest in Ashley and Miss Melanie?
Nothing. Let's go into the house.
Dealing with you? Has he asked you to marry him?
No.
No. Ashley's going to marry Miss Melanie.
I don't believe it.
The spectacle of yourself running about after a man who's not in love with you? Difference doesn't make who you marry. So long as he's a southerner and thinks like you. Land doesn't mean anything to you. White land is the only thing in the world worth working for. Worth fighting that lasts. That you're half Irish too. The land they live on is like their mother. You're just a
That's
child.
it. That's a good song.
Poor white trash. Get up, dog. Laughing in the house like that. Get up from there, boy. Don't you hear?
Your child has been born, and mercifully has died.
That does it.
Supper for you myself and you eat it.
Tomorrow morning, the first thing.
No.
What?
The Yankee Wilkerson and the white trash slattery girl?
I wear Scarlett's green dress.
I don't like your tone, Sue Ellen.
Why can't I stay up for the ball tomorrow night? Why can't I stay up for the ball tomorrow night? Didn't want to wear your tacky green dress anyhow, stingy. Oh, hush up.
Prayers, girls. Through my
The outbreak. It's not considered.
And that I love him. And then he can't marry. Pardon. Absolution.
The sad eye.
Ooh! Suck in.
I won't need a bite.
Oh, yes, you is.
I'm not. That?
No, you ain't. You can't show your bosom for 3 o'clock. Tell more about you.
It won't need a bite.
Chattering.
Ain't for you to get all freckled after the buttermilk I done put on. You come on and be good and eat just a little. honey.
And do my eating at the barbecue.
All this tell a lady, but the way that she eat in front of folks like a bird. A gentleman says and what they thinks is 2 different things. And I ain't noticed Mr. Ashley asking for to marry you.
Just sitting.
I don't even...
Why does the girl have to be so silly to catch her husband? I'm coming, Paul!
Let's go.
I know I'd never get through there without belching.
Quite a dress.
Her's getting prettier every day, John.
Stand that, Scarlett. If you'd see the way she throws herself at Ashley.
Duties as hostess.
Yes, she's a good hostess.
Ashley,
Scarlett.
can't we go someplace where it's quiet?
Yes, I hope you'll be glad to hear. Come and say.
Oh,
This is Melanie.
we Ashley. And if there's anybody knows how to give a girl a good time, it's Ashley. I wish I could be more like you. You mustn't flatter me, Melanie.
Nobody could accuse Melanie of being insincere.
Oh, why, Charles Hamilton, you handsome old...
Look at Scarlett. You never even noticed Charles before. Now, just because it's your boat, she's after him like a hornet.
Of you, Miss Scarlett.
Ah,
See what I can do, Miss Scarlett.
immediate
if I could get a better
mistakes.
bold netto, can't make up my mind which of you two's the handsomer. All last night trying to figure it out.
Okay.
That man looking at us and smiling.
That's Red Butler. He's from
Butler.
Charleston. He has a most terrible reputation. Folks in Charleston won't even speak to him. Girl he wouldn't marry. But she was ruined just the same.
Feel that I belong to the things you love.
You love 12.
May happen if the war comes, aren't you? But we don't have to be afraid. For I love you.
That's
Just as
nice.
I do now.
I'll go get a dessert.
Yeah, she said me. Allow me, Miss O'Hara.
I think Charles Hamilton may get it.
Thank you. Go get it. Give me the luck.
I love you.
Mrs.
And it's high time you start behaving yourself. Ain't gonna see no Yankee girls at the ball tonight neither.
To be paying much attention to you.
You mind your own business.
And his engagement's going to be announced tonight. Pa said so this morning.
That's as much as you know.
Miss Scott, you're old enough to act like ladies.
Who cares?
Stop. Smell on. Penning people. in summer.
Time we made them understand we'll keep our slaves with or without their approval. The Yankees can't fight and we can.
Gentlemen always played better than rabble. Like my father, I hope that the Yankees will let us leave the Union in peace. Most of the miseries of the world were caused by wars. When the
Mr. Butler's been up north, I hear.
It's hard winning a war with words, gentlemen.
What do you mean? That the Yankees can lick us?
No, I'm not hinting. The Yankees are better equipped than we. Fleet to bottle up our harbors and starve us to death. All we've got is arrogance.
That's right. I refuse to listen to any renegade talk.
They disagree.
Apologies aren't enough. I received a decent family in Charleston.
This guy seems like a dick.
I apologize again. I seem to be spoiling him dreams of victory.
It's all one.
Take advantage of me. Yes, he's one of the best shots in the country. He's cooler heads than yours. Well, I'll show him. No, please, don't go tweaking his nose. Who are you hiding from in here?
Nice to meet you.
Upstairs resting with the other girl.
I love you.
Scarlett.
I love you, I do.
That every other man's heart today? You've always...
I love you, I love you.
Mustn't say such things. Oh, can't we go away and forget we ever said these things?
Don't you want to marry me?
I'm going to marry Melanie.
But you can't, not if you care for
Okay.
me. I love you and I want to be your wife. You don't love Melanie.
Part of my blood and we understand each other.
Howard, you're afraid to marry me. You'd rather live with that
Insulting
fool who
him.
can't open. You made me believe you wanted to marry me.
Now-
You did, it's true, you did. I hate you till I die.
He should get
I
out of
can't
there.
think enough to call you.
Okay. Whether sleep was necessary. This guy's hiding.
As the war started, that beautiful love scene, your secret is safe with me.
I don't
think that I
think
hold
that
that
was
against
settled.
you.
Oh, common advantage of me. Then you insult me.
Your passion for living?
How dare you?
You were going to hate him for the rest of your life.
Vivacious. Well, men may flirt with girls like that, but they don't marry them. Very mean to her.
More insult to injury.
Lincoln's called the soldiers, volunteers to fight against us. They're going right away. I'm going too.
Everyone's going to war.
Cry under my pillow every night.
And the sweetest, the dearest, Susie and stupid,
This
not
guy.
nearly good enough. I said, would you marry me?
Yes, Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, okay.
I will.
Marry me?
It's
You'll
right
wait
there.
for me? You mean you'll marry me before I go? Oh, Miss O'Hare. Win me, I
You're weak and then they'll take you away from me.
Stop watching it. No, they want to marry.
Now we're really and truly sisters.
A few weeks and I'll be coming back to you.
Not crying for that reason. Telling on pneumonia.
I'm too young to be a widow. You ain't supposed to be around people. You's in mourning.
Why should I have to pretend and pretend? Life is over. Nothing will ever happen to me anymore.
Darling.
What would I do in Savannah?
Lots going on there. Melanie and her Aunt Pitty Pat.
One.
Oh, Mother, you're sweet to me. Sweeter than anybody in the world.
Start packing Miss Scarlett's things, Manny.
Just get in trouble in Atlanta. And you sitting there waiting for him just like a spider. He belongs to Miss Melanie.
You go pack my things like Mother said.
Scarlett is living under my roof, so and for a widow to appear in public, I feel things.
But
Dancing.
The enemy has completely whipped the enemy. The Yankee army
Okay.
for the bounding main. None other than our friend from Charleston, Rhett Butler.
did you meet Captain Butler at 12 volts?
I think so.
Only for a moment, but broken something.
Broken.
Yes, Captain.
As for your jewelry on Mrs. Hamilton.
Thank you, Captain Butler.
Just a moment, please.
Cigar box.
It's your wedding ring, ma'am.
May help my husband more. Off my finger.
It's a very beautiful thing to do.
And have mine too. For the cause.
Just how much that means to you.
Just competing with Melanie.
No way. If it hadn't been raising, you'd know I'd never want to see you again.
Carry your guilty secret to my grave.
Turn out to be such a noble character.
And profit only.
Are you trying to tell me you don't believe in the cause?
To lead the opening reel with the lady of your choice, you must bid for her.
To conduct this slave auction. Darling Merryweather, how
Yes.
dare you? Think I shall faint. Don't you dare think, Pitty Pat Hamilton.
Make your offers. $20 for Miss Medare.
$25 for Miss Fanny.
$50 in gold.
For what lady, sir?
For Mrs. Charles? I said Mrs. Charles Hamilton. She will not consider it so.
Oh, yes, I
Not
will.
consider. Okay.
Choose your pardon The Confederacy, Scarlet.
It's a little bit like blockade running.
If I dance, my reputation will be lost forever.
I want more than flirting from you. To me, the words I heard you say to Ashley Wilkes.
You'll never hear from me, Captain Butler, as long as you live.
This guy's so bossy.
He is a thoughtful gentleman.
Oh, the darling thing.
I thought it was about time I got you out of that fake mourning. Bring you some green silk for a frock. Girls at home looking pretty.
Oh, it's so long since I had anything new.
Just awful. A joke when a girl like you doesn't know how to wear the latest fashion.
Oh, let me do it.
I don't know a woman in Paris that wears pantalettes anymore.
Accepting these gifts, though you are awfully kind.
I never give anything without expecting something.
I'll marry you, just pay for the bonnet. I won't kiss you for it either.
Open your eyes and look at me. I think I will kiss you. Although you need kiss. Be kissed and often. And by someone who knows how. A moment ever came.
Right on there.
Conceited, black-hearted vomit.
Any man over 16 and under 60 who's around to show you a good time. A little battle going on right now, though.
Is Ashley in it?
So you still haven't gotten the wooden-headed Mr. Wilkes out of your mind. Yes, I suppose.
Ashley.
Pennsylvania, called Gettysburg.
It was gone. Casualties. Yeah. It's a lot of killing. Crying and playing.
W's at the end. Williams, Wolsey, what?
What came?
Isn't there?
Then, no, Ashley.
It's just so sweet to worry about Ashley like that.
Go to her.
Let's go home.
Seems like they're having bad news.
Our boy, Darcy.
I'll kill all those Yankees.
You hush your mouth.
Getting shot too on Ashley's safe.
I'm glad. All these poor, tragic people. The South sinking to its knees. The cause of living in the past is dying right in front of us. This sheer waste. Still alive to come home to the women who love it.
We're really here at last.
Darling wife.
He's coming in.
Is there any way to greet a returning warrior?
She can say.
That all your wire?
Yeah. Can
You
see
just
them.
stand still so you can be Christmas gift for the White House. Even if you is the last chicken in Atlanta.
Oh, let's not talk about the war.
Where did you get the cloth?
It was sent me by a Charleston lady.
I'll bring it back to you without any holes in it.
She's still in love.
Melanie, she isn't going to the depot with him. She hasn't changed her mind.
So upset, Mr. Wilkes told her she can't even come downstairs.
Ashley,
I'd rather remember you as you are now.
I've got a present for you, too.
Present.
Carl, it is beautiful.
I made this to go with it.
And I shall value it all the more. Something you can do for me.
What is it?
Will you look after Melanie for me? See if I were killed and she...
Oh, you mustn't say that. It's bad luck. I don't think the Yankees are beating us.
The snow in Virginia is deep, coming always more and more. It'll be a comfort to me to know that she has you, won't you?
Oh, Ashley, I can't let you go.
You must be brave.
No.
He needs to go. Oh,
I've always loved you. I've never loved anyone else. You married Charles just to hurt you. I live on it the rest of my
okay.
life.
He didn't tell me that. He's going to be there. Still as hot.
Tired, Melanie? No, I'm not tired, Scott. This might be Ashley.
Come on, you trash. Don't you be pestering these ladies.
Don't talk to her, Melly. It's all right. My name's Belle Watling. The ladies didn't want my kind of nursing. Money wasn't good enough for 'em either. A gentleman who says you're a human being. I'm conversing with Miss Wilkes. You might as well take my money, Miss. They ain't as good Christians as you.
Yeah. Insulting. Need some
It's
money.
a great deal of money. 10, 20, it's gold. Let me see that handkerchief. R.B.
Harvey.
Rhett Butler's carriage.
Salman Shells. Why is her now? Yes. Still playing.
Oh, Dr. Meader,
Yankees.
they're getting closer.
Nothing for the play. I haven't got anything to give you.
I'll start another war.
Enjoy.
This leg's got to come off, soldier.
Oh, no! Leave me alone!
I have to operate without it.
Yes.
No! Do it!
I
I want you
understand.
to do it to me!
Angry.
No!
Gangrene.
Nurse, you can free this bed.
He needs you in the operating room, Miss Hamilton. He's going to take off that leg. Better hurry.
No, I can't stand it! Don't cut! Don't!
Don't watch it.
Please!
Let him wait. I'm going home. I've done enough. I want him.
Next little one outside.
I I'm so glad to see you. Tell me about Tara, about my mother. She
Don't got sick, Miss Scarlet.
See?
Fetters needs it. So we's gonna dig for the South.
Sam, was there a doctor?
We'll stop them Yankees.
Goodbye, Big Sam. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
That's nice. So much does.
Come into this buggy. This is no day for walking. You'll get run over.
Drive it when Pitties, please.
Whoa, whoa.
Gotta get out of here before the Yankees come.
Leave your work at the hospital? Let's get out of here together. No use staying here, letting the South come down around London, Paris.
With you?
Yes, ma'am. I've been waiting for you to grow up and get that sad-eyed Ashley Wilkes out of your heart. Not loving a man with a wife and baby clinging to him. You going with me, or are you getting out?
I hate and despise you, Red Butler. Now hate and despise you.
Wait, I'm running away.
Megan.
I'll faint every time I hear one. Uncle Peter, Yankees in Georgia.
You ain't planning on running away.
And don't you dare try to stop me. I'm never going back to that hospital. Death, I'm going home. I want my mother.
Woman, this is war, not a garden party. Oh, Scarlett, you got to stay. Melanie needs you.
Oh, bother Melanie.
You wanted to take that chance? Would you want her to be jounced over rough
Well,
roads
that
and have
was-
a baby ahead of time? Much less nurses to look after a sick woman.
Is she going to
I
stay
don't know anything about babies.
and take care of Melanie?
I'm not. Let me, doctor. Let me. I can do everything.
He may never come back. He may die.
Yeah.
Scarlett, we owe him a well-born child.
Thinking for his son.
Scarlett's staying.
Go on,
Oh.
Uncle Peter. My smelling so.
Hate your baby. Only I hadn't promised Ash.
She kept her promises. Một thể phải nên bọn theo mấy cáiนั้น.
Is it true the Yankees coming?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. The Army's pulling out and cuts the McDonough Road
Right,
to the
but
south
he-
and catches the lot of it.
That can't be true.
Refugees south, right quick, ma'am.
Đi theo vào sau.
Reggie, come here. Oh, Melanie, we're going to... The Yankees are coming.
Now, with your mother, wouldn't you? No, sister, could have been sweeter. Will you take my baby?
Bessie, come here, quick. Go get Dr. Meade. Run, quick. But don't stand there like a scared goat. Run!
Baby.
I'll tell you south, I will. I swear I will. Always seems like the doctor will never come.
We sẽ tới đó. Normal doctor.
Go and fetch you some cooler water.
I've never seen him, Miss Scarlet.
What?
Yeah, it's cold away.
Well, why didn't you go after him?
Dying, Batman. I'm scared of dead folks.
She's going. Oh boy. No, the paper. There's quite a sign. I know what like this.
We got work to do.
But Mellie's having a baby.
Can't leave these men for a baby. They're dying, hundreds of them. Look at them, bleeding to death in front of my eyes. No chloroform, no bandages, nothing. Go on and don't bother me.
Did have others.
Bring the stretchers in here. Talk to me.
Now she needs to go back again.
He can't come. There's nobody to come.
What is it?
Lucy, we've got to have a doctor. I don't know nothing about birth and babies.
You told me you knew everything about it.
My folks is having them.
Yes. Well,
Stop it! And all the quintals you can find, and the scissors. Don't come telling me you can't find them. Coming.
On to me. Hold on to me. Be brave, Melly. Yell all you want, and there's nobody to hear.
It cuts the pain in two.
and they to light up the area.
Captain Butler.
Looking for Butler.
Captain Butler!
What's all the rubbish?
In the face to me! She done had her baby today. Baby boy. And the Scarlet and me. Scarlet, she helped me a little. But I don't see this coming. And the Scarlet,
I'm sorry, Prissy, but any of you beauties know where I can steal a horse for a good cause?
I knew you'd come. If you make any jokes now, I'll kill you.
Don't
Oh, Yankees!
you know that they've been fighting all day around Terra? Do you think you can parade right through the Yankee army with a...
I'm home and you can't stop me.
Little fool, don't you know it's dangerous? Miles of open country?
Dangerous.
I'm home to Sarah.
Terra's probably...
I'm going home by the walk every step of the way.
I guess anybody who did what you've done today can take care of Sherman. Stop
Nice. Nice. He's gonna go.
Sherman will burn the house over our heads if we stay. Ashley's picture Charles has sold. She wants us to bring them.
Get them.
Bunny
In
already.
addition, the boxcars down there to blow us at Terra.
Lock the front door.
Lucky.
At you, locking the Yankees out. Be in such a hurry to see them go if I were you, my dear. The scavengers aren't wasting any time. Better get out of here fast.
Horse.
Get in there, boy.
And the one. Spartan
Left much for that ammunition.
explosives.
Throw me your shawl. You'll like it better if you don't see anything.
That's smart. Doesn't eyes of the horse.
Take a good look, my dear. You can tell your grandchildren how you watched the old South disappear one night.
Bad.
Getting us all into this place, swaggering and boasting. Red, I'm so glad you aren't with the army.
I'm not so proud.
Yeah, so it equals hot.
The turn to Tara. Let the horse breathe a bit. He couldn't stand the pain as you were conscious. You. I'm leaving you here. I'm going to join up with our brave lads in gray.
Red, you must be joking.
Thinking only of your own precious hide, with never a thought for the noble cause.
Red, how you should die of shame to leave me here alone and helpless.
Help us? Heaven
Yeah,
help
I don't
the
think
Yankees
she's-
take after
yes.
you. Say goodbye.
No. Oh, Red, please don't go.
Well, it gets me so help me, I'll laugh at myself for being an idiot. But I love you, Scarlett. In spite of you and me and the whole silly world going to pieces
Makes
around us,
sense.
I love you.
Don't hold me like that.
Look at me.
Let me alone.
Wants to carry the memory of your kisses into battle with him. Kiss me.
You low-down, cowardly, nasty thing, you.
Okay.
A minor point at such a moment.
And that's harsh.
But don't make a mistake and shoot the nag.
Oh, go on. I want you to go. I hope you're blown into a million pieces.
Never mind the
Yes.
rest. Goodbye, Scarlett.
And it wasn't very good thing to do.
Come on, you. We're going home.
And the Empress.
Mother'll take care of him when we get home.
You've got to have something to eat.
Oh, hush up.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh no, the horse. That's the place. I dare go.
Oh, Ash, you're not here to see this. Dirty Yankees.
So under a car.
Prissy,
We don't need no cow, Miss Scarlet. Get a cow.
tear up your petticoat and tie her onto the back of the wagon. Need milk for the baby. Remove the brute.
And he's
Scarlet, he's dead.
Have they burned it? It's all right. They haven't burned it.
Bentisata.
I'm home.
He's still here.
Give you, Scarlet.
It means Yato.
I'm home. Where's Mother?
Why? Was sick with the typhoid. They had it bad.
Typhoid.
But they went down to nurse that Emmy Sladley. That white trash. Down with it too.
Her mother. Except that she's there.
I done slapped her and bit her already, along with the baby.
There ain't no bone no more, Miss Scarlet.
No barn.
The Yankees done burning for firewood.
Almost everything they didn't burn. All the clothes and all the... Ain't nothing to eat, honey. They took it all.
No photo.
They need the cattle cross.
They're drinking whiskey.
Katie Scarlet, that's enough.
It's a bit drunk.
Confederate bonds, of course, daughter.
Confederate bonds.
Oh, what are we going to do with no money and
That's true.
sweet?
Ask Mrs. O'Hara.
She's slowly losing it.
I'm busy.
Busy doing what?
Don't worry about anything.
Get 2 earrings.
Got nothing but radishes in the garden.
Where are the other servants, Nanny?
Miss Scarlet, there's only just me and folk left.
I can't take care of that baby, and sick folks is too.
We is house workers.
Miss Bentisata. And Radish. She eating it.
As God is my witness, they're not going to lick me. I'll never be hungry again. Steal, cheat, or kill. As God is
Kill
my
too.
witness.
The mission is done in that for your mother too. Right there. Tarasaba.
Actually, I'm broken. Always tell a lady by her head. I guess making us work in the field like...
I can't do everything at Tara all by myself.
What do I care about?
Slab.
Don't you ever dare say you hate Tara again.
Hating Pawn more.
Now she's more dominant.
I've been talking to Prissy and Mammy, and I don't like the way you're treating them.
But I'm not asking to do anything I'm not doing myself.
Never.
You are all working so hard. I can't lie in bed doing nothing. Here's a newborn coat. Shopping Noble Melanie Wilkes. I got enough of my hair. They'll never be any use.
Why she's being mean?
Think of it.
Who is that? Uh-oh, a person with guns. That's a problem. She has a gun. Are we going to have a shootout? Okay, she's taking off my shoes. More quiet.
All right, shoot! All alone, little lady? You're friendly, are you?
Trying to take
Everything
a
else
call.
besides these ear bob Spitfire, ain't you?
She's going to shoot. Yeah. She's there. That was quick. And I guess it did an incredible job then.
Your big sister was trying to clean a revolver and it went off and nearly scared her to death.
Okay, lying. Getting together the body.
What a cool lie you are, man. I think you must be a deserter. You might hear about it and then they'd come and get you. I'll get him out of here.
Kerry.
You couldn't drag a cat.
Nelly.
Lucy Haversack. I'm ashamed
I mean, she's dead.
You take the haversack out. You look, I'm feeling a little weak.
A lot of money. That's good.
Hurry. We've got to get him out of here. If you please cross the yard, give me a knife. Oh, don't be silly. I won't look at you. If I had handless, I'd use them. Now go back to bed. You'll be dead if you don't.
I mean, it's self-defense, kind of.
The wall! He surrendered!
Surrender.
Yes, Ashley will be coming home.
And the invader, carpet beggar.
Room in your carriage for a dying man.
I'm alive or dead. Get out of the way. Get up! Don't you great back
Yes.
beggars!
Act like they won the war.
Come on.
The pants.
I to myself, I'm going to put these bitches into violence. I claw and close and dysentery. I'm more humiliated if Mr. Kennedy's lice gets on you.
He's tired and he's hungry.
Good to see a youngster again.
Were you in Cobb's Legion?
Obligation.
Major Will.
Oh, yes, ma'am. He was captured at Spotsylvania.
Capture.
Thank heaven, then he isn't.
I'll watch out for him, ma'am. We're good friends.
We can have enough food to keep body and soul together. You give it all away to those starving scarecrows. Heard that Ashley was taken prisoner.
Special information.
He's on some northern road right now, giving him a share of her dinner. Back home.
I think it's a prison, so don't get your hopes up.
I'm head of the house now.
Miss Scarlett, I was aiming to ask for Sue Ellen.
And you haven't asked for her after all these years she's been counting on you?
You can be sure your sister will be rich in that.
Go ask her now.
Oh, thank you. Oh, excuse me, Miss.
Finally ask for Sue Ellen's hand. At least be one less mouth to feed. Hope this one isn't hungry.
Is that Ashley? Yes, yeah. Yeah. Can tell him from apart.
Miss Scarlett.
Turn me loose, you fool! Turn me loose!
Yes.
He's her husband, eh?
Here, stir this soap.
I gotta know how much money have you got left in gold.
$10.
I see that old no-count white trash, Wilkerson, that used to be Mr. Gerald, and run the taxes way up sky high on Tara, $300.
300.
That's a lot.
How? He ain't got no $300, Miss Scarlett. Asking ain't getting.
Miss Masluka.
He's won $300 more in taxes. What's to become of us? Don't stand there talking nonsense at me when it's us who are being winnowed out.
Come to me for help, and I've no help to give you.
Coward.
What are you afraid of?
Mostly of life becoming too real for me. But I do mind very much losing the beauty of that life I loved. Happily buried at 12 Oaks.
He's
I saw men
traumatized.
couple up in agony when I shot them. Because you don't know the meaning of fear. You never want to escape from them as I do.
But she's escaping from them. This her life.
Do want
They're
to
going.
beat it and hold and pick cotton till I can't stand it another minute. The Yankees and the carpetbaggers have got it and there's nothing left for us.
Away. She's
In one office in the Mexican army. You don't love Melanie. You told me you loved me.
don't love Ellie.
And anyway, never have any more
She's
children.
forcing it too much.
I don't love you.
It's a lie.
Well, even if it is a lie, do you think I'd go off and leave Melanie and the baby?
Sick of them. I'm
Uh-oh.
tired.
Yes, you're sick and
Take me away. There's nothing to keep us here.
nothing except honor. Please, dear, you mustn't cry. You mustn't.
She's tricking him.
You do love me.
Really, we won't do it. Scarlett, I'm not going to forget her.
Then there's nothing left for me.
Something you love better than me. You may not know it.
What's that?
Tara.
Tara.
Still have this. I won't have you all starve simply because I threw myself at your head. Why, it's Amy Slattery.
Yes, it's me.
Stop! Get off those steps, you trashy wench. Get off
Yes.
this land.
You can't speak
That's
that way to
aggressive.
my wife.
That's after you killed my mother.
Still high and mighty, ain't you? You can't pay your taxes.
And I come out here to offer to buy the place from you.
Dirty Yankee.
Well, sold out for taxes. I'll buy this place lock, stock, and barrel, and I'll live in it.
That's all of Tara you'll ever get.
Damal is trying to buy the place,
We'll be back.
I show you who the ultimate terror is.
but he's going to grab the separator. What is that lighting towards the sudden?
Mr. Gerald's watch. You ain't got no business parting from this watch now, Miss Scarlett, for that tax money.
You think I'd sell
It's too kind.
and everybody's tears but yours?
Just gotta go on being brave.
$300.
Ain't no good thing about that, Miss Scarlett. Ain't nobody.
Red.
Who that?
Red is trying to go back to him,
Oh, thin and pale.
and isn't Thin and Pale good?
Mammy, get on Martha box dress pattern.
You're gonna make me a new dress.
Now
New
let me
dress.
know
Balls of fire in my pretty ass now. Looking like a queen.
who's going to land with you. What you think?
Hello?
I'm going to land with you, and going I is.
Sir, there's a lady to see Captain Butler. No, Major, she ain't one of those.
Yes.
He knows.
See, my losses for the afternoon come to what? 340. My debts do mount up.
Just loses $240.
Scarlet. It's all right, Corporal.
Yeah, this guy's so impressive.
Can I really kiss you now?
On the forehead, I simply couldn't sleep for thinking. It's not true.
Yeah,
I'm
Lee.
going to have-
Well, let's not talk about sordid things like money.
This is come here to for money.
Oh, you look good enough to eat.
Everybody's doing well at Tara, only I got so bored, and I still haven't forgiven you.
Oh, Scarlet, don't say that.
Horrid jail. And not even a human jail, Red, a horse jail.
You're in a woman's heart. A real woman's heart.
Woman's heart.
Drop the moonlight and magnolia, Scarlet.
Yes.
What have you been doing with your hands?
Gloves.
These don't belong to a lady. You've been working with them
Hidden
like a
hand.
fool hand.
Red, you
In another minute, I'd almost believe
The money.
you want something from me, and you want it badly enough to put on quite a show in your velvet.
want $300
Is it
to pay
right?
taxes on Tara. Possibly could be. And you've got millions, Red.
Millions, really?
On Tara.
What would I do with a farm?
If you still love me, Red,
You haven't forgotten I'm not a married man. You're not worth $300.
only give me the money. I won't let Tara go. I can't let her go while there's a... Please give me the money.
He just insulted her.
I wanted.
Okay. They are wild.
Drawing a draft up to no purpose.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yankees to see you.
Take your hands on me, you skunk. You knew I was good, and yet you let me go on.
You come to my hanging, and I'll remember you in my will.
All right, I mean, they won't hang you in time to pay the taxes on Tara.
This is gone. I mean, he's in jail.
Thought you deserted Captain Butler.
Oh, I keep myself occupied.
I ain't never seen hair that color before in my life. They didn't do no more than you deserve for visiting white trash.
That's one of those Georgia pieces. Nothing like that in Ohio.
Get out of the way.
Get away.
Yes. And she got to go to the side.
Frank Kennedy.
That man tell you about my store?
Did she? I don't remember. Yes?
Won't you come in and look
You're not making money.
Well, I can't complain. It won't be long now before Miss Swellen and I can marry. I've cleared $1,000 already.
And number two.
I gotta be thinking about buying a home.
Home for.
For Miss Swellen.
How'd you like to drive me out to my Aunt Pitty?
It'd give me more pleasure, Miss Scarlett. Miss Swellen's not ill, is she?
Oh, no. Surely she had written you. Perhaps it's her mean sister.
You must tell me, Miss Scarlett. Don't leave me on tenterhooks.
She's going to marry one of the Cardi boys. Oh, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you. Would you mind if I put my hand in your pocket?
Okay. Together.
I realize what he's done. He's my foe, and she's
Okay.
done, and the only thing I hate worse than Tara.
She's doing go for money.
Anyway, it's done now.
If you're married to a man you didn't love, going to New York.
New York.
I've arranged to get a position in the bank.
He's going over to.
To you, I don't know anything about the lumber business.
And I'd give you half the business. You'd gradually buy the business, and then it would be your own. And
Ashley.
Yeah, she's packed, right?
Ashley's so mean and hateful.
Yes.
It's not my lumber business, and he won't lift a finger to help me.
Ashley,
He's so manipulative.
Oh, my darling.
I'll go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
I can't fight you both.
Oh, let's not pick of all the best jails in Georgia.
It's thin and weak to me, Gallagher.
Oh.
Keep the mill running and deliver my lumber when I want it.
No questions and no interference. Come on, move on there.
Enough for a woman to be a business at all, but
What
what?
are you complaining about? You never would have
All of our friends for the money they owed me.
running a charitable institution?
Sugar, don't you think you'd better
This is
come?
controlling.
Get mad quick than any woman I ever saw.
We hire free darkies instead of using convicts. Some of them are sick, underfed.
Oh, Ashley, how you do run on?
แต่ยังกันเพ็กสุดอัน business
Not make money out of the enforced labor and misery of others.
I found out that money's the most important thing in the world. Yankees could never take Tara away from me. I'm going to make it the only way I know how. But I'm going to make friends with the Yankee carpetbaggers, and I'm going to beat them at their own game. And you're going to beat them with me.
It's going, ain't it?
It certainly is. Business with the same people who robbed us and tortured. Don't. All that's past.
แต่ว่าชาวบ้าน
Golly, she's doing to my brother Ashley.
is impressed
Very dear Mrs. Kennedy. Think you could have had my millions if you'd just waited a little while.
Important things to do.
Do you never shrink from marrying men you don't love?
They hang you.
Oh, that. Not much.
No, I believe you're jealous of him.
You still think you're the belle of the county, don't you?
Not to the mill if it's any of your business.
Through Shantytown alone?
I can shoot straight. I don't have to shoot
is
too far.
independent he likes it ใช่
Can you give me a quarter?
Let go of my horse.
พรthe gun is can they happy all this was a quarter the one ใช่
Did that hurt you?
He's getting the horse
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Goodbye, Miss Scarlett.
I've got to go to a political meeting.
A political meeting? After what I've been through this afternoon, nobody cares about me.
me is shipping you
Our women. And then after what happened to me this afternoon, Frank has to go to a political meeting. And if it
and then he has to go
afternoon was just what you deserved.
deserve
If
okay
there was any justice, you'd have gotten worse. If she thought anybody'd take after her, she'd walk down the street naked.
someone's coming
Somebody that ain't.
Now, you've got to tell me, Mrs. Wilkes, is life or death?
Tell him anything. He's a Yankee spy.
They sent the cavalry out to be ready for. They're walking into a trap.
Don't tell him.
Trap?
He's trying to trap you. The old Sullivan plantation. If you don't tell me, I'll go crazy. We thought it best not to tell you, Scarlett, but Ashley and Frank and if they're captured, they'll be hanged, Scarlett. And it will be your fault. In other words,
Here they come.
you're sewing.
Good evening, Mrs. Kennedy. Wilkes.
I am Mrs. Wilkes. He's not here.
Are you sure?
Don't you doubt Miss Millie's word.
I won't search the house.
search the house
There's no meeting tonight. We'll wait outside till he and his friends return.
Keep on with your sewing, ladies. Experience of David Copperfield.
the trap
I'm born of all that happened at school.
Chapter 9
The
no,
anniversary
13
Steerforth was more. Beyond this, I remember nothing.
singing
They're drunk.
drunk
Leave this to me, Scott. You've got my husband intoxicated again, Captain Butler.
Wilkes, your husband's under arrest.
and that is
All the
okay
men who get intoxicated.
Listen, Doctor,
Butler, will you please leave my house and try to remember not to come here?
Ain't so very drunk, Millie.
Take him into the bedroom, ma'am. and
Say
lay
lying.
on him.
Get out.
and that is
What do you read tonight on that Shantytown where Mrs. Kennedy got into trouble the time you rebels learned you can't take the law into your own hands? What are you laughing at?
He's still a bit with me tonight.
With you, Rhett? Where?
I have a right to know where my husband's been.
where she's interrupting
Mrs. Belle Watley.
You have to show me up in front of my wife?
Ladies won't be on speaking terms with their husbands.
Here, will you take an oath that they were with you tonight at...
Why, certainly, Doc.
okay
Well, if I...
say
Come on, Sergeant.
this is a lie on
Lock that door. Pull down the chains.
so
All right. It's only in the show. I can
they are playing the drum
Plush curtains and dozens of mirrors.
Good heavens, Mrs. Meade, remember yourself.
To the old Sullivan place, there'd already been a skirmish with the Yankees. Proved they had been somewhere. Any place but where they were.
This isn't the first time you've come between me and disaster.
You no interest in what's become of your own husband, Mrs.
You to Belle Watling?
Shot through the head. He's dead.
Miss Wilkes, you must have lost your mind. In this town, nice to me like you was. Been that Miss Kennedy's husband by yourself, I wouldn't have lifted a finger no matter. Killed her husband, same as if she shot him. And things about my sister-in-law. Oh, if you ever see me on the street, you don't have to speak to me.
drinking some wine he has been stabbed
Balls of fire. Then I'll be right down, Manny.
okay
I don't know why she's coming, but she's a coming.
You don't like me, Mammy.
oh what's up alcohol
I mean, you've been drinking. Brandy. People always find out, and it ruins their reputation. This is more than losing old Frank.
I'm afraid of dying and going to hell. I ought never to have married Frank to begin with. He was Sue Ellen's boy, and he loved her. As I killed him.
If you had it all to do over again, you'd go to jail.
Oh, I'm glad.
I think you're on the verge of a crying jag. That I can't go on any longer without you.
Bread man, to come here at a time like
El Bread Man.
Now that you've got your lumber mill, and Frank, you won't come to me as you did to the jail. I see I shall have to marry. More convinced if I fell to my knees.
Let me loose your vomit and get out of here.
Me, my dear Mrs.
Basically doing it.
Get up off your knees. I don't like your common jokes.
I can't go all my life waiting to catch you between husbands.
I shall never marry again. You?
You.
I don't love you.
Think of marrying just for fun.
Marriage fun.
For fun.
Married to a boy and an old man.
A man.
Stop it. You hear me, Scarlett? Stop it.
Uh-huh.
I shall faint.
I want you to faint. This is what you were meant for. You're stupid Ashley. Say you're going to marry me. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
You don't want to take it back?
No.
Tell me the truth.
Really going to
Say
marry.
yes because of my money?
Yes.
Doesn't everyone?
Money does help. And
There you
of
go.
course, a diamond ring and do buy a great big one. Won't tell anybody, will you, Red?
Still the little hypocrite. Think you've had enough kissing for one afternoon?
Not how rich we are.
Rich, you can tell everybody to go to the devil, as you've always said you
Yeah,
wanted to. I'm sure there's more in the kitchen.
Charlie wants stuff in the red.
That is Mammy, and I'll divorce you. Mammy's a smart old soul, and one of the few people I know whose respect I'd like to have. Another night?
Everyone nightmare.
I always dream the same dream, and I never know it.
When you get used to being safe and warm, you'll stop dreaming that dream.
I want to go home and visit Tara.
We'll go tomorrow.
They were going to Tara.
You make it as fine a plantation as it ever was.
Red, you are good to me. I want everybody who's been mean to me to be pea green with envy. So much hateful. Building that new house, servant, 3 husbands, and I'll be an old maid.
See, horse are fat.
Horsey, we sure is rich now.
I'd like to apologize, Mr. Ritz, about us not being a boy.
So, are you used to anybody? Don't you think I'm proving of that?
Scarlett was might not that pretty when she come, but not quite. That ain't nothing but my red silk petticoat you done give me.
Pull up your skirt.
Mr. Ritz.
Can't help.
Yeah, take the whole bottle.
I done diapered 3 generations of this family's girls.
Oh, Mammy, she's beautiful. What do you suppose they'll name her?
Eugenia Victoria.
There's a. That's what he said.
Today, she'll be a little princess. First person who's ever completely belonged to me.
I had the baby, didn't I?
Look at my daughter's beautiful blue eyes. Bonnie Blue Butler.
Bonnie Blue Butler.
Try again, Mammy. 20 inches. Simply gotta make it 18 and a half again, Mammy.
You done had a baby, miss.
I'm just not going to get old and fat before my time. Won't have any more babies.
You're supposed to measure the waist, spine, skin.
I have to bring myself up here, too. No objections to that, I hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I hope I don't have any more children.
Ashley.
You have 1 child or 20. You know I can divorce you for this?
You're just low enough to think sorry for me.
Yes, sorry for you, because you're throwing away happiness when both were free and Miss Melly were dead and you had your... Think you'd be happy with him? Never even
Charlie Dinklesons.
Except money. You can't be lonely. I'll find comfort elsewhere. If I wanted to come in, no lock could keep me out.
The blind strong.
I don't care what she's done to you. You're still in love with her. I was worth 10 of the mother.
Both hard-headed businesswomen, and you're both successful.
Sad is what more. I don't know about that one.
That's why we have to wheel a baby when we have a house full of servants.
Good morning, Mrs. Merriweather. Let's cultivate every female dragon of the old guard in this...
Good morning, Captain.
Ex man to.
Can't buy one morning, Mrs. Meade.
Good morning.
When people they know this 22nd work.
Bonnie sucks her thumb. I can't make her stop it.
You should make her stop.
I mean, she's a sad.
So, Baz, put quinine on her thumb, and she'll stop sucking it quick enough.
Poison. I'm pointing they about crazy.
Be a great deal of good in a man who would love a child so much.
Finally admitted that he was honored by the Confederate Congress for his services at the Battle of Franklin.
I've never heard of such a thing in all my born.
The argument real quick. Tiny horse. That's nice.
It goes again.
Woo! I'll take you to Kentucky and Virginia. You'll be the greatest horsewoman
That's
in the
nice.
South. See her, Mammy? Wasn't she wonderful?
It ain't fitting for a girl child to ride a straddle with a dress line up. It ain't fitting, it just ain't fitting.
Why aren't you helping Millie get ready for my surprise birthday? Show you the books, so you can see just how bad a businessman I really am. You get prettier all the time. You sit under a tree surrounded by dozens of bowls. I never want you to be anything but completely happy.
Oh boy, he's in court.
Not ready for Melanie's party.
That's all two girls tell him.
Coward you are. Get up. You're going to that party and you'll have to hurry.
You should have killed him spreading lies.
I have a strange way of not
Nice.
killing people. Get up.
I won't go. I can't go until it's...
You don't show your face tonight, you'll never be able to show it in this town as long as you live. Going to that party only for her sake. Now get dressed. Maitre d' will do for this occasion. And put on plenty of rouge.
Waiting, waiting.
Into the arena alone.
Alone?
Lions are hungry for you.
Rick, don't leave me.
The pages. And the singing stops. Is he going to slap her? No? Okay.
Love. Good evening.
Come here, sir.
Come in, Mrs. Butler. Come here. No reason why you shouldn't have your nightcap, even if I am. You heard nothing of the kind. You wouldn't have come down if you'd thought I was here. You must need it. Think I care if you like your brandy? I intend getting still drunker before the evening's over. Sit down. You're wondering if she knows all about you and Ashford, even if it did save your hide, but
I will not listen.
too much honor in her to ever conceive of dishonor in anyone she loved. Just why she
Yes,
does,
sir.
I'm sure.
Is, though.
You get out of that chair once more. Can't be mentally faithful to his wife and won't be unfaithful to her.
Red, you...
Serve my hands, my dear. And do
Yes.
it forever this way.
How?
Smash your skull
Okay,
between them
dude.
like a walnut.
You drunken fool. I'm not cornered. You'll never corner me, Red Butler, or frighten me.
Yeah.
You're jealous of something you can't understand.
Jealous.
Even though I know you've been faithful to me all along. I know Ashley Wilkes. It's not that easy, Scarlett. Face Ashley Wilkes while you dreamed of Ashley Wilkes. Thank you for turning me on.
You know where this is going. Okay, she seems satisfied.
You act mighty happy this morning, Miss Scott.
Delight when he gave her...
To extend my apologies for my conduct of last night.
Apologize. Nothing you ever do surprises me.
We admitted we'd made a mistake and got a divorce.
Divorce.
Divorce?
Yeah, you can say what you please and I won't contest it.
Thank you very much.
Divorce is
I won't
out.
dream of disgracing the family with a divorce.
My head spin to think how quickly you divorce me. Wouldn't you?
Will you please go now and leave me alone?
Going on a very extended trip to London.
And
Leaving
then?
today. Taking Bonnie with me. With a mother who hasn't the decency to consider her own reputation.
Like that bell?
If you were a man, I'd break your
Yeah.
neck for that. Why, a cat's a better mother than you are. You have her things packed and ready for me, and a lashing with a buggy whip would benefit you immensely. Give your best sweetheart a kiss. I'm going to take you on a long trip to Fairyland. Show you the town
London.
of London and London Bridge.
Sitting in that man. Yeah.
I told you you'll never leave this child alone in the dark.
Dark, but they get over it. If you just let her scream for a night or
Let her scream.
Okay, she's,
Of course, sir, if you
yeah,
want
she's
to grow up
kind of
nervous
crazy.
and
You're discharged.
Where's Mother?
Aren't you happy here in London with me?
They were in London.
Captain Butler! Miss Scarlett!
Yeah, they have
Bonnie, baby. Darling, baby. You glad to be home?
I want to go out and see my pony.
You guard.
Where's my pony?
You were
That
alone
look.
there.
But only to bring Bonnie. Apparently any mother, even a bad one, is better for a child than none. I left my bags at the station.
I'm pale, it's your fault. Not because I've been missing you,
Reason.
Pray continue, Mrs.
because I'm going to have a baby.
Another one.
You know it's yours. I don't want it any more
Yours?
than you do. I wish it were anybody's child but yours.
Okay.
You'll have an accident.
Jeez. Okay. That's unexpected.
She's delirious. Did you call somebody, child?
Yeah, Miss Bean crying.
She's much better.
Okay, better. There you go.
And she never wanted this baby.
Not want a baby.
Why, every woman wants a baby.
She told me she didn't want any more children. Know about this baby until the other day when she fell. If I'd only known, I'd have come straight. I laughed and I said,
But you didn't mean
crazy with jealousy. She
Yes.
never cared for me.
Scarlett loves you a great deal.
She'd only forgive me. Forget this ever happened.
You must be patient. Surely you haven't listened to idle gossip. I wouldn't believe it. Scarlett's going to get well, and there can be other babies. And when life does that, danger seems very unimportant.
Pray God things go well with you, Miss Millie. I've come to ask your forgiveness. Our life together, another chance.
Our life
Yeah,
together.
understands.
What is there to make us happy now?
Bonnie, and I love you, Scott.
Did you discover that?
I've always. We'll take Bonnie with us and we'll have another honeymoon.
Nemo.
Mill, but why should I? It's making more money than Melanie. Always Melanie. If you only think a little more about me, I'd bring Bonnie into this. You're the one that's taking her away from me.
We're watching, darling.
Yeah.
You're mighty pretty, Fred.
John, watch me, Daddy. We'll soldier the Bahamas.
Don't let her do it, Red.
Don't cry and blame me.
Stop.
She's going to do
Just like Poe.
really more like you. She remembers. Yeah.
Honey.
Can you really die from there? What? She died.
Always glad you
Yeah. Unexpected events.
But I didn't fetch you here on Miss Collins. He done lost his mind these last couple of days. Like a wife sits at the store on any child. Her neck broke.
Neck broke.
And shoot that poor pony.
But why?
She called him a murder for teaching that child to jump. My blood cold. The things they say to one another.
It's unfortunate.
Mr. Red, he said, it's been for 2 whole days. He says you tried that, and I killed you tomorrow. He ain't gonna let us bear that child. You gotta help us. You can't help us. Who can? Mr. Red always set great store by your...
Please let me in. I've come to see Bonnie.
In this odd, this week. Tomorrow morning. Hallelujah. Miss Melly. Miss Melly.
He's panting.
Miss Melly, talk to me, man. Get me home.
Where is my mother going away to?
Can't be, darling. She can't be.
Never had anything but heart.
Please let me see. I've been waiting here too long, but I was wrong about something.
She knows you were wrong. She wants to see Scarlett. I won't have you easing your conscience telling her things that make no difference.
She's dying. That's not good. This is going to raise our son.
Please, Melly, don't talk this way. I know you'll get well. Whatever he wants, but Ashley, Melly. Look after him. Look after me. And Butler, kind to him. He loves you so.
That's true.
You ladies may come in now.
Stop it! Oh, man. I'm so frightened. I'm so frightened.
She's the only dream I ever had. Eye in the face of reality.
You should have told me years ago that you loved her and not me. I've loved something that doesn't really exist.
Don't cry. She mustn't see you've been crying.
Red, where are you?
It's gone.
Red, wait for me.
Yeah, something's going to happen. Yes, she's okay.
She's the only completely kind person I ever knew. That makes it nice for you, doesn't it?
Oh, Gaius, you know how I loved her, really. Be kind to Captain Butler. He loves you so. She asked me to look after Ashley.
To have the first wife's permission, isn't it? I'm leaving you, my dear.
He's
All you
crying.
need now is a divorce, and your dreams of Ashley can come true.
No, you're wrong. Terribly wrong. When I knew I loved you, I ran home to tell you, oh, darling, darling.
They need to remember out of our marriage.
Red, do
He didn't listen.
I must have loved you for years.
What about Ashley Wilkes?
I never really loved her.
Good imitation of. He came back from London.
I was so glad to see you. I was, Red.
And when you were sick, and it was all my fault.
I wanted you desperately, but I didn't think you wanted me.
As long as there was Bonnie, there was a chance we might be happy. Little girl again. Before the war and poverty. When she went, she took everything.
Oh, Red, I'm so sorry for everything.
I'm sorry. All the past can be corrected.
Wait a minute.
Here.
It's mine.
Take your life. Have I known you to have a handkerchief? Along.
Please, please take me with you.
Somewhere there isn't something left in life of charm and grace.
You went anyway.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Don't give a damn.
Okay.
I can't. I go crazy if I do.
Tomorrow. Why not now?
That's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that lasts.
Land.
Love better than me.
Better is the Tara.
I'll think of some way to get him back. Tomorrow is another day.
And that's an amazing movie. She hated long, but actually really enjoyed. Things were so much different in the past, right? She's going home finally. If she will ever find Red again. Yes, there's still hope. I never with them. So subscribe for more movies.